TTRLA, man, we are back with another clip. You know what I mean? Amen. Say, man, make sure y'all go ahead and like, subscribe, and share to my channel. Like, subscribe, and share to my motherfucking channel, motherfucker. I'm gonna give you 2 seconds. All right, you should be good, man. Okay, this is the YNW Melly murder trial, day 18. This is the jury deliberation day. So right now, YNW Melly and his defense team and the prosecution are basically just waiting for the jury to come back with a decision. Something has occurred, though. However, in the jury deliberation, a juror has slipped a note to the bailiff and let him know that someone inside of the jury room has an Apple Watch, and if that is allowed. So they're trying to, the judge is basically telling the jury that they're not allowed to have any type of electronics and to give that Apple Watch up. I think also another thing that was real interesting about the jury's deliberation is that the jury asked the judge to read Mr. Glass's testimony, and one of the reasons why I feel like they have done that is because they don't feel like his testimony is valuable, or they're trying to see if it's trustworthy, or if he can be trusted in his testimony, you know, because during the testimony, the Mr. Glass was saying a lot of I don't knows and, you know, really kind of like avoiding questions and not really answering them like you would think someone who was being honest would. So the jury asked for his testimony to be read back, and that was really like a long process. I think the jury right now is at a hung decision. I think they went around a room and said, do you think he's not guilty or guilty? And I think right now they're at a deadlock. So I think at the end of this, the judge excused the jury, and the judge was talking to the defense and the prosecution and was basically saying, are you guys, if a jury, because a jury came back and asked the question, what if we can't come up to a decision? They didn't say that they didn't come up with a decision, but they just said, what if? So it seems like they may be at a deadlock. And so if they're at a deadlock, the defense and the prosecution has to agree, okay, are y'all agreeing that this is a deadlock? Which, and with a deadlock, if I'm not mistaken, that they can be retried, but they just have to, right now, technically, he'll be set free. So it'll be like a mistrial type of situation. But right now, I don't know. It's really a up in the air type of decision for YNW Melly and him getting a death penalty, or if they don't give him the death penalty, him getting life, or if he don't get the death or life, if they say it's a mistrial and he gets set free, where does that put Portland? I mean, Portland name is really Portland, but they changed it because of the gang shit to the B and not the C. So that kind of threw me off too. So if I'm confused, I know the jury confused. So I don't know. And right now what's happening is they in the courtroom, you know, deciding about a deadlock. The judge basically saying he's not going to make any adjustments to the rules of the court system because it's been that way for 50 years. So he's not about to adjust it, so they need to figure it out. But we're going to get right into it, man. Y'all tap in, man.
Now we've received a situation, or now we've come to a situation where testimony that by a state witness was put on. And I know we're reading tea leaves, but because we're in that position, we need to account for every eventuality and possible scenario. I would hate for it to be that the jury that has now rescinded its request for the other testimony has done so because they have now been either browbeaten or convinced of a certain position because they lacked the ammo in terms of Kevin's testimony to retort. So I know that forcing the jury now to read a transcript which they have said they don't need might not be optimal. And so in order to preserve our objection, I would not propose that, but I would move forward on that basis.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So there's a motion for mistrial on the state, which we heard.
I want to make sure I understand. The motion for mistrial is based on the jurors rescinding their request?
That's the way I understand.
Well, it's based on the fact that we did not provide them the two statements at the same time, and now a request has been made to rescind, the request to see one of them has been rescinded. So it's not the fact that they have rescinded, it's the fact that the court denied our motion to read them at the same time, and now that has resulted in them rescinding the request for one. So that's the basis, to be complete.
My question, distinguished to respond.
No, Your Honor, not manifest necessity.
Thank you. Motion denied. All right, so what I'm going to do then is, and what do you want to do about the Allen charge? Is the state agreeing, and my understanding is defending.
Send them printed out so we can look at the Allen charge, if they could, and then we need a few moments to discuss it with the court's permission. I'm sorry.
I'll print it out, that's okay, so it's a little more.
That's all fine, well and good. That's fine. Go ahead. We'll be in recess.
Thank you.
And it says, what if we can't come to a decision? Question mark. Everyone is stuck on which side they've chosen. Signed by the foreperson. So,
I think we're prepared to the extent that the court is, I think we're prepared to offer our responses.
that's fine. If you're ready, Madam, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
I know the court's not going to want to hear this, but with respect to the first of the notes,
Excuse me, when we talk about the notes, we're talking about the one.
okay, the first would be the Apple Watch, okay.
The individual juror.
Individual juror, Apple. As far as that is concerned, my understanding of how Apple Watch works, at least how mine works, is that there has to be some proximity to a phone for it to provide access to the internet. I don't know if I'm wrong.
There are versions that have selling and cellular capabilities outside of the phone.
All right, so I guess we need to inquire with respect to who that might be that has it. And it would just be, we would suggest that we identify who it is, we just retrieve it and keep it moving.
So I think on that, remember pass the note to your deputy, bring that particular juror out and ask who has it, so we actually know.
You know, I wouldn't want to isolate them. I'd want to bring out the whole panel and have the court inquire as to whether or not anybody has any remaining electronic devices.
But as part of the court's instructions in 3.13 indicate that if anyone becomes aware of the violation of these rules, which includes not having an electronic device, they must inform the court. I think for record purposes, we need to identify the person who has the Apple Watch and needs to be removed from the room. We don't know whether there have been any other violations, perhaps someone looking up something online, unless we inquire further.
Thank you. You all done anything?
Well, two things, Your Honor. One, the person in passing up that note did abide by the court's instruction that Ms. Smith just referred to, but it doesn't say necessarily bring them out and single them out and expose them as a snitch.
So basically what's happening right now is that they're trying to figure out, do we need to expose the juror that brought this note to the bailiff about the watch, or should we just go ahead and capture the watch because it has nothing to do with what's going on next in the trial or them deliberating?
I just bring the jury in as a group. Just let the counsel, the assistant state attorney, and the ladies and gentlemen jury. When we go, I think we will start on the readback of Mr. Glass. Madam Court, would you continue with the readback, please?
Question by Ms. Smith. If you can read that, what does it say next to author? Answer, Fargo. Question. Publishing image number 2. Do you recognize individuals in that photograph? Answer. 2 of 3 of them, yeah. Question. Okay, so what you can do is identify them by clothing that they are wearing. Answer. Juvy, black jacket to the left, sack in the middle, jean jacket, Tay, black jacket. Question, and Sack, is he standing or sitting? Answer, sitting. Question, and Tay, is he standing or sitting? Answer, sitting. Question, and you said Cortland was wearing a black jacket. Is he standing or sitting? Answer, who? Question, how did you refer to him? My apologies. Answer, Tay. Question, no. Answer, Juvy. Question, the person wearing the black jacket, who did you identify that as? Answer, Juvy is wearing a black jacket. Also, is Tay wearing a black jacket? Question, the person wearing the black jacket who is standing up, do you recognize that individual? Answer, that's Chris. Question, okay, do you recognize the people in photograph image 3? Answer, same one you just showed, same person. Question, and who is that person? Answer, Melly. Question, the 3 images that were just shown from State 72, do you recall when those photographs were taken? Answer, same night. Question, would that be, what date would that be? Answer, 10/26. Question, of 2018? Answer, yeah. Question, what location were those photographs taken in? Answer, New Era Promotions at the studio. Question, was that the studio we just discussed that you guys were hanging out at? Answer, yeah. Ms. Smith, I'm now publishing State 7, publishing 10/26/2018, beginning at timestamp 2/17/42. Question, Mr. Glass, do you recognize the 2 individuals on the screen paused at 2/17/47? Answer, do I recognize the back of their head? Answer, yes. Do you recognize them? Answer, I just see the back of heads. Question, okay, I'm going to continue to play. Do you recognize anyone at timestamp 2/17/52? Answer, still the back of the heads. Question, do you see an individual standing next to a red vehicle? Answer, yes, that's Kobe. Question, you just said that's who? Answer, Kobe. Question, and what is Kobe's real name? Answer, that's what I know him by, Kobe. Question, all right, would anything refresh your recollection as to his legal name? Answer, I don't know. Question, if I were to show you your prior statement, would that refresh your recollection? Answer, it could. Ms. Smith, permission to approach the witness? The court, you may. Question, Mr. Glass, if you could take a moment and look at this page, read it to yourself, do not read aloud, and look up when you're done. Has your memory been refreshed as to the legal name of Kobe? Answer, yeah. Question, what is Kobe's legal name? Answer, Jacoby Mills. The reporter, I'm sorry, the witness, Jacoby. By Ms. Smith. Question, all right, if you can repeat the last name for the court reporter. Answer, Mills. Question, I'm going to continue to publish State 7. There is a second individual at the red Mitsubishi vehicle. Do you recognize that second individual? Answer, Veonglass. The court, please have a seat. Mr. Glass, that microphone in front of you, only adjusts up or down, it doesn't move back and forth. The witness, all right. The court, so if you could scoot up close to the microphone. Ready to proceed, sir? Counsel, you may. Ms. Smith, thank you, Your Honor. Direct examination by Ms. Smith. Question, good morning, Mr. Glass. Answer, good morning. Question, I know that you are quite soft-spoken, so I'm going to need you to speak up a little louder, okay? And remember, you have to make oral responses, okay? Answer, yes. Question, how old are you? Answer, I'm 23. Question, and where are you currently living? What city? Answer, Vero Beach. Question, and have you lived there all your life? Answer, majority of it. Question, okay, you completed high school, or what was the last grade you completed? Answer, 11th. Question, all right, you're not married, correct? Answer, excuse me? Question, you're not married? Answer, no. Question, so I'm going to talk about some prior stuff before we get into why you're here today. Have you previously been convicted of a felony? Yes or no? Answer, yeah. And how many times? Answer, to my best knowledge, once. Question, if I were to show you something, would that refresh your recollection? Answer, yeah. Question, the prior judgment? Ms. Smith, Your Honor, permission to approach the witness? The court. First, show counsel first, please. Ms. Smith, yes. Question, I'm going to ask you to just look at the document. Don't say anything, okay? Have you had an opportunity to review the document? You have to answer. Answer, yes. Question, all right. Is your memory refreshed as to how many convictions you have? Answer, 2. Or is that 1? I don't know shit. I see 2 charges. Question, all right. Now you currently have some pending charges in Indian River County, correct? Answer, yeah. And those are 2 charges? Answer, yeah. Question, misdemeanor resisting without violence? Answer, yeah. Question, and an obstruction of service or execution of a search warrant? Answer, yeah. Question, are those misdemeanors or felonies? Answer, I'm not sure. Question, okay, do you know what the penalty you are facing on those charges? Answer, no. Question, have you been offered probation in that case? Answer, yeah. And have you been made any promises in exchange for your testimony here today? Answer, no. Question, all right. So let's go back to October 26, 2018. What were you doing like for work? Answer, I wasn't working at all. Question, were you involved in the music business at all? Answer, kind of, sort of. Question, and how so? Answer, making beats. Question, all right, and when you were making beats, were you working with a specific group or music group or people? Answer, one person to be particular, but yeah, it was supposed to be in a group. Question, all right, let's start by saying this. What group was it? Answer, YNW. Question, all right, and when you said one person specifically, who was that person? Answer, Juvy. Question, and can you tell the members of the jury Juvy's real name? Answer, Christopher Thomas. Question, and how long had you known Christopher Thomas, who you refer to as Juvy? Answer, over a decade. Question, and this is back in October. And did you know somebody by the name of Anthony Williams who went by Sakchaser? Answer, yeah. Question, and how long have you known Sakchaser? Answer, a couple of years. Ms. Smith, permission to approach the witness with State 73. The court is in evidence. Ms. Smith, yes. The court, yes, you may proceed. By Ms. Smith. Question, Travion, I'm going to ask you to take a look at State's photograph number 4 in State 73. Do you recognize that person in State's photograph with the label marking 18-3118? Answer, I do. Question, and who is that? Answer, Anthony Williams. Question, so back on October 26, 2018, do you recall being at the New Era studio? Answer, yeah. Question, who were you with? Who were you there with? Answer, a few other people. Question, okay, was Juvy and Sack there? Answer, correct. Question, all right, and do you recall around what time you guys got to the studio? Answer, I'm not sure when we arrived. Question, was it light or dark outside? Answer, I believe it was dark, I'm not sure. Question, all right, and what was the intention going to the studio? Answer, I believe we were supposed to have a 12-hour session. Question, all right, and that's a 12-hour recording session, right? Answer, yeah. Question, and who was the artist that was recording that night? Answer, it was everybody. Everybody was an artist in that room. Question, all right, did you guys end up staying for 12 hours? Answer, nah. Question, okay, what changed and why didn't you end up staying? Answer, to the best of my knowledge, people was sleeping, so we ended up going home because you don't sleep in the studio. Answer, sorry, question, all right. And part of that is because studio time is paid for. Answer, paid for. Question, okay, you just said it was paid for. What was paid for? Answer, studio time. Question, so you guys had prepaid for 12 hours? Answer, correct. Question, I'll move on. How long? Well, you said that people were sleeping. Who was sleeping? Answer, everybody but me, Anthony, and Christopher. Question, was someone upset that people were sleeping? Answer, I guess you could say that. Question, and who was that person? Answer, Sac. Question, and how did Sac respond? And how did Sac respond? How did Sac respond to people sleeping? Answer, he woke them up and let them know it's time to go. And how did he, question, and how did he do that? Answer, yeah, he went and woke them up, shook them up. Question, okay, so at some point you just mentioned that guys were getting ready to leave the studio. Answer, yeah. Ms. Smith, publishing state 72, publishing image number 1 in state 72. Question, Mr. Glass, can you see that photo on the screen in front of you? Answer, yes.
To have his testimony read back when available. So what I've done, ladies and gentlemen, I've talked to the court reporter, and she is able to read back the testimony of Mr. Trevon Glass at this time. I discussed this with the attorneys, and the court reporter is going to read that back now. As far as Michael Kelly, she's working on getting that done, and as soon as it's ready, we will have it read back to his testimony. So, Madam Court Reporter, can you read back the testimony of Mr. Trevon Glass, please? Sure. You need to take the microphone down.
The court, call your next witness, please. Ms. Smith, Trevon Glass. The court, are you ready, Mr. Glass? The witness, yes, sir. The court, welcome. This is our witness stand over here. Once you come to the witness stand, what I'd like you to do is remain standing and raise your right hand to be sworn. The clerk, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? The witness, I do.